What's up, y'all? It's Mal
And Kate.
with Sunny Days Podcast, and we are here a little late.
But we've missed you guys, and we're
We have.
here even though we're separated. Even though me and Mal are apart.
It's kind of sad.
We're on a split screen. This isn't the norm.
I don't feel at home in my studio right now.
Baby, come back.
I can see it, but I just can't get in there.
Yes, but thankfully we have StreamYard. Shout out to Stevie, Mal's dad, for letting us use his account. And yeah, we're gonna make it work.
We are.
Great. We had a few little camera issues earlier.
I'm just gonna put it this way. We're blonde.
Actually, it was a me thing, and I just don't think that I could ever do this without Mallory. She is my tech girly, and you would have known to slide the protective camera cover. You would have. But instead, I had to go get my husband to save the day. I had to go walk out the studio all the way over yonder and get him to fix it. And he was like, shh. And I was like, oh, hey.
I honestly forgot that was a thing. And now I'm glad to know that that's a thing because it is kind of like a protection, I guess, because this world's kind of scary. And
yeah. But it's been almost a month ago. And we were gathering thoughts of just like what we were going through and what we wanted to share and talk about because, we love sharing just real life moments. And I don't know, it's like words of wisdom, but we're not that wise. So
facts.
So we literally just pray about it. And it's like, it gives reason later on. So anyhow, we were chatting through some personal problems earlier this month. And I don't know, like something came over us. How long were the voice memos?
Like, oh. I mean, it went on and on and on. And not only did it go on and on and on, but these voice memos, when we send them, they don't go, they're always over 2 minutes long.
Yeah. I just saw one that was like 5 minutes to start. And I was like, oh, we were talking that day, honey. But we were talking and just kind of venting to each other because we do that, voice memos all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking and just chatting. And all of a sudden, something like came over us. And we just started like preaching to one another. Like, I don't know, like we grew in that conversation. We were like, wow, like the Holy Spirit came through or something because we were like, this is what we have to do. And I felt older and wiser. I was like, old me would have went and just clapped back like Cardi B. Like I would have been like, for real. But we were actually choosing like to be more compassionate through it and just very open-minded. So we wanted to share that because we were like, you know what? Especially with the people that, are around us in those situations that we went through, we were like kind of seeing a mirror of like what we used to do and like what we were choosing not to do anymore.
Yeah.
And we were like, let's share, just a little bit more on being open-minded and showing more compassion to people because we honestly wanted it more for ourselves in these situations, but we also saw in other people's situations how if you did just show a little bit more respect or just really thought like, oh, they must be going through or, oh, they probably don't know, it probably would have been a whole nother situation.
Yes, for sure.
So we were like, let's share and show a little bit more love and light because, Sunny Days, it was just meant to be a podcast episode. So we started spinning that off and like Mallory took lots of notes for us. I mean,
I was proud of them notes too. Woo!
look, we said it was long voice memos. It's pages. We have 4 pages worth of notes here for this episode. So that's crazy.
We got some stuff to say.
So if you're ready to like listen to see, maybe some of the lessons that we had to learn, or just an episode on changing perspective in certain situations, stick around because we're about to chat. We're about to chat it out.
We're about to yap it up.
But yapping gets us here. Okay, exactly. Look, we yapped away until we left fulfilled. Okay.
I thought about this topic and really dove into it, and going back and listening to those voice memos, one thing that I really got from this is putting yourself in other people's shoes. Is truly just thinking about something, the way that somebody is handling themselves, or the way, you might have a rough encounter with somebody and they're talking to you in like a rough way. You don't know what they're going through, and they might, be having a bad day, like just a bad day.
So in this conversation that we had to start this, and I'm just going to be real right now, but like, don't be afraid to help someone change their perspective. Because to be honest, Mallory, when she contacted and we started talking, we were venting to one another about things that kind of just ruffled our feathers. And Mallory and I were like, this, that, and the third. But then we were sitting here saying, well, what if the shoe was on the other foot? Like, what if we did that? Would they feel okay? Or what if, like, we were in that situation? Would we feel defensive if they came to us like that? Right. Or would we have that idea as well? So we really had to take a second and look at ourselves and say, okay, well, we are having these feelings, and that's okay. But let's understand that no one in this situation is really a bad person. And that's not for everything, because later on in this episode, we'll tell you that there has been some ugliness and bad people in our circle before, where we've had to, choose to walk another road and like leave them, because we do have boundaries, and boundaries are always something you should carry for yourself and your own mental health. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to agree with everyone and what they are doing at that time, but understand that you are actually not the judgment of what's right and wrong. Like, you just are here to share love with everyone. Like, even if you're religious, like, the goal is to get to heaven, and heaven is full of love and light, not judgment, not hate, not aggression. Like, so we should be living that every day. We should say, okay, well, even if they cuss you, slay them out. If they cuss you, slay them out, you can take a second and say, okay, I may have to take the road less traveled by, and say, okay, love you. I know you're projecting right now. Like, let's understand where we're both coming from. And if you choose to take another way, you take another way. You move on. You never have to like fuel a fire. That's just it's no reason. You're going to teach that person so much more by sharing love and light and taking another road than you would arguing hateful words. You would literally teach them, because even if they don't like you in that moment of saying like, you just didn't, understand or whatever, even if they didn't understand that second, a week from now when someone did it to them, they'll be like,
oh, wow.
Yeah. And like, you taught them, you know, like you can do this way and have a better outcome.
And that's why we said on those voice memos when we were talking that day, reasoning over projecting and understanding over reacting.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have got to, I mean, you hear all the time, think before you speak.
Yeah.
And truly, that is like one of the biggest rules in life, I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, before you react, you really got, like you said, you got to step back. And even if that means going away for a minute, you know, you've got to think before, because you don't know what you're going to do. You're going to fuel it. You definitely will fuel it.
You can, and you really have to think before you speak, because think, like, would you like to be talking to, like, would you like to be talked to that way? Like, no. I'm the worst, especially with my husband. I'd be like, but if he was to talk to me like that, sir, like, so I've actually done better with that. Like, I'm growing up. I'm like, you know what? He doesn't deserve to be talked to that way.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that. No one is perfect on this earth. We are going to make mistakes, and we are going to have an ugly come out, because it's real life when you have like the angel here and the devil here.
Oh, it totally is real life.
Yeah. They're like fighting. They're like, oh, feel it. And then they're like, no. Okay, stop playing.
Okay. Somebody clip that.
But seriously, as I'm getting older, I'm like, it is not worth letting the devil win, because truly, when you're in an argument with someone, that is letting, like, what is that argument going to give you? Like, a win? What are you winning?
Exactly.
Pain?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, like, there are so many times that we could crash out. Like, we could totally, in an argument, crash out with somebody. But that's going to get you nowhere. I mean, truly, it really is not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to be any good for you or the other person. Yeah. And that's what you got to think about too, is like, before you crash out like this, don't think about what it's going to do. I mean, yeah, in a way, think about what it would do to you, but you really got to think what it's going to do to the other person too. You got to put it in their perspective as well.
Yeah. And in that day that we were talking, we were going through it that day. Like, we were actually living those emotions right then and there. And that makes you mouthy. I mean, we were mouthing to each other. We were like, da-da-da-da-da. And then we had a reason and say, hold up, hold up. Everyone's going through something, even the person on the other, like that other side of why we were upset. And we had to sit back and think, like, everyone's going through something. And it's so easy to project yourself when you're going through a hard day. Like, let me tell you, even before this podcast, I had worked so long today. Watson threw a complete fit when I left to come do this, because he wanted to be a part of the podcast, and he's tired, y'all. He had to go to sleep. It's late. But like, it was like trying, and the camera issues, like I started getting like, ooh, like it's getting hot and heavy. It's getting hot. And like, I could have like rubbed that off on Mallory and been like, like, your day was easier than mine. Like, I'm having a hard day. Let's reschedule right now. Like, no, because Mallory, was your day easy peasy lemon squeezy?
No.
And you showed up.
We both showed up.
We both showed up. We have to understand that everyone is going through something. Everyone has struggles day to day and past struggles. Like, me and Zach were just talking at the dinner table. I love our family dinner time, something so special. But we were talking, and we were like, just kind of like talking about the old days, because he made a joke about me like separating my food because I was like done. I was full, but I didn't want to look like I had a lot left on my plate. So I'm like separating my food to make it look like I ate more than what I did. And Zach was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, well, like, I actually used to do that when I was little, because back in the day I would get in trouble if not by my parents. Like, I'm not even going to say who, but like, there were times where like I would get in trouble for not finishing my food because, structure, whatever. But
Yeah.
that was like a little childhood thing that I had where, I'm living it still. And Zach's like, babe, you don't have to do that anymore. And then we were talking and he was like, I remember eating steak all the time when I was little. Like my parents used to cook a weekly steak. And I'm like, well, we ate my mom's leftovers from work because they were free. And, she was a young mom, very, we all have something.
Yeah.
And anyhow, we were comparing and he was like, Dag, like the way you live now, like I would never known like you came from struggle. And I was like, yeah, and I didn't know that, you had certain struggles either. Like we all have things that go way back, and then we all have things that happen daily. Like Zach sees me in small business and how I struggle, where he goes to his work and he has his own struggles, but they're completely different.
Yeah.
And we can come home and project that on each other, but instead we're learning about one another and showing compassion and showing understanding, because that is the whole point here on earth. Like we're here to share experiences, learn which experiences that we want to grow and which ones we want to walk away from. And that's like those generational curses that you want to break and things like that. And see, growing up, I saw a lot of the older people in my life show a lot of projection and ruin a lot of relationships. And
Absolutely.
I'm not going to be about that life. Like we are going to understand and grow and move forward.
I mean, the generational curses and everything are so freaking real because, I mean, not in my family specifically, but I mean, every generation is going to have its flaws. But I've seen like things from generations in general, just like, not to be like that, but like older people. There's there's some older people I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna be like that when I get older.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like that. But then there's some older people that I really, really look up to. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Everyone's different. Yeah. But there are generations where I feel like our generation is breaking the barriers of being more ourselves and unique and pushing boundaries. Like we're not going to be afraid to speak on things because it is making a difference. It's actually going to change the future. Like we are the future. We are what we allow. But the whole point of those vulnerable stories was because people are going through more than you realize or have went through more than you realize. And so like even in that dinner situation, that was like a childhood trauma thing that I was doing. And like Zach could have picked on me and really hurt my feelings. Like I would have been really hurt if he would have picked on me because that's just something that I'm still overcoming. Whereas he chose to show compassion and understanding, and we learn. Like now we kind of respect each other more. And that's like a little thing, but it just happened. That's why I kind of like pulled towards that. But there's like bigger things in people's lives. Like, so if Zach, and I'm using Zach because I know he don't care, but because we're very open about everything with one another. But like we have learned, like back in the day, we were very argumental. Like we would argue. We've been together 14 years. Like we were the little mouthy little somebodies. And now looking back, we were like, we were learning. We were more argumental because we didn't know one another that well. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too personal either. So just in a perspective, like if someone is triggered by certain things that, you might not call out right then, the other person's not going to understand and they're just going to think you're mouthing off. But in reality, it was a trigger from a childhood or a relationship response, like whatever. So that's why like we were trying to put it into perspective, like you're never going to know someone's story fully. So like just that goes back to think before you speak. Like just think like maybe they're reacting that way because of something that they've been through. So all you have to do is turn that reaction lighter. So just be kind, be a little bit more understanding, ask them, you know, like, are you okay? Like, if someone is raising their voice and like getting crazy, like, say, like, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just instead of just trying to fuel it, bring it back and say, you know,
Exactly.
like,
Restore it.
yeah. Like sometimes all you really do need is a freaking hug. And it's
Yeah.
like ground you right back to reality.
And I mean, like when it comes to them with the triggers and from the trauma and they react in that way, you may be curious, like, why are they doing that? But we are not meant to know everything. We are
Yeah.
not meant to know their past, what they're going through. It does not matter because if, I mean, like we've said many times in this, everybody's going through something, maybe small, maybe big. We're not meant to know what they're going through. You just have to be kind. Like
Yeah.
the Lord has taught us, like, we're not supposed to know everything.
Yeah. And in that situation, like if you were to just be like, why are you acting like that? Then that they're going to be more defensive then.
It's just gonna
Whereas
keep
if you
doing it.
just chose to say something kind and bring it back to kindness later on down the line, they probably would express more. And that's what me and Zach do now. Okay, we're aggressive right that second with just words and just like stress, you know,
Yeah.
if we just mute it right then, show a little kindness, walk away. Later, when everything's calm, we're like, okay, look, I reacted like that because back in the day or back then, you know, like then we'll be open and more willing to share why we were triggered that way and work on things for the future
Yeah.
because we felt protected, we felt safe, we felt wanted and loved. We didn't have to sit there and felt judged for it. Like if you
Yeah.
sit there and you're in an argument with someone and you're like, why are you acting like that? They're going to immediately feel like embarrassed almost.
Yeah.
And that's just going to show another side. Whereas if you were kind and walk them through, like, hey, it's okay. Like, let's take a
Mhm.
second, let's walk away, you know,
Yeah.
and do something else. Come back, we'll be more willing to share because yeah, like you said, you're sometimes if you know everything right then and there, it can be dangerous because if
Man.
I were to like explode on someone and they're still mad at me, then they could use that against me. And
Mhm.
that would hurt your feelings even more and take the trust immediately away.
Yeah, and not knowing everything in a situation, it can help you move forward more and
Yeah.
help you get out of that, move forward out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, knowing everything for sure can be dangerous.
At
And
that
not
time. Yeah. Like it's
yeah,
gonna, everything that you are meant to know and everything that you're meant to experience is gonna happen
yeah.
in the right time. Like everything happens for a reason. And in
Mhm.
those arguments, like me and Zach are stronger than we have ever been in our lives, like in our whole relationship. And that's because of those hard conversations that we've had to have. And we would have never had those hard conversations if it wasn't for those spicy moments.
Yeah.
So we are learning through those. And now I'm like, well, we came on top because we show more open mindedness and compassion to one another and more understanding. So it definitely, I would always say, like, take a second, even if you're really mad. But like I said, some people you might need to just walk away.
Yeah.
From. And I told Mallory too, in my situations of people that I've walked away from, they may have a place back into my life later on in life.
Oh yeah. I mean,
But
even I've had that.
yeah,
I'm like friends from my childhood that grew into my teenage years. I took a break from for a reason, and now years later, slowly they came back in, and there's nothing wrong with that as
yeah.
long as there's good intentions behind it and reasoning why, But
And
yeah.
we're better people now with that space. Like
Mhm.
we're even better people. Whereas if we just stuck around, it could have been a whole nother storyline
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
sure. So it is good sometimes to say, not in this season, not in this season. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
But you know what's not fun? You know what's not fun?
No.
Telling people you're fine.
Oh my God. Oh, don't. Oof. The "you're fine" statement, that's like, whew, it makes me wanna crash out sometimes. When people use it too much, when people use it in the wrong way, because, I mean, we've both had our share of people with telling us, "You're fine, you get to go here," "You get to go on these vacations and go on these trips," and just different things. It's not even trips. It's just, "You're fine. You own your own business," like, things like that.
Like, "Oh, you're crashing out over work? You're fine because you own your own business."
Right. Oh, yeah, no biggie.
Okay.
Like, okay, yeah.
"Oh, you're
Um
fine because you're off today. Meanwhile, I'm in the house with my whole roof crashing down because the kids are wilding and
I
I mean,
mean,
everyone has something more going on in their life that they're not going to share. And the statement, "you're fine because you get to," like, it's a whole comparison thing. And we are
mhm,
not here. Okay, so if you compare sometimes, like, sometimes comparison is in the right way. Like, let's compare and say, like, it's not even really comparing then though. Like if when this day we were both saying, we both had a hard day and we were sharing experiences, like we were comparing them, but we weren't comparing them in a way where my experience was harder than your experience
right, yeah,
or I handled it better than you. We were sharing and comparing, saying, like, look, I've actually been through something similar and
yeah,
I chose to react this way and it did help, or I chose to react this way and it made it worse. So I just want to
yeah,
say, like maybe sit down and think about it, because if you react that way, then it might make it worse for you too. So we like
exactly.
compared how we did things, but like saying like, "Oh, Mallory, you went and got 7 Brew today and I can't even afford that coffee this week." That's not fair. Like that's
Right.
crazy. Like,
No,
that's crazy. Why
yeah,
would I take that joy from you? Because that 7 Brew coffee could have been sipped with tears, and
yeah,
I didn't know. I
yeah.
mean,
The
so why would
highlight
I
of
do
the
that?
month, like, just it can be the littlest of things, and it can be the biggest of things. Like, when I say the biggest of things, when I say, like, when we go on these trips, like, we go, for example, go to Disney, okay? People remember that, and they're like, when we share one little struggle, "Oh, well, you're fine because you you get to go to Disney World." When in reality,
We worked
without
overtime.
yeah,
We worked
exactly.
overtime. We had so many tears because we had to postpone the trip. Is our Disney trip that we are planning for October. It was postponed to January, and that's still up in the air because we have had things come up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we are literally sacrificing that for those important things, and we're making sure that we are doing what we can to work overtime
Mhm.
and save money, and we're choosing to save money that probably could be spent other ways right now, but we are making those sacrifices so we could have those experiences together for our kids, for our family, for us, the
Our
ones
mentality.
literally, y'all,
Really.
more vulnerability here. I didn't go to Disney growing up.
Yeah.
Like, and most people will never make it to Disney, but like growing up, we played rec ball. Like, that's what we did. And that, that was the biggest thing that we did growing up. And we would go to the beach, but like we didn't go on these extravagant vacations, and we were really kind of living in fight or flight a lot growing up. And it's like at Disney World we can really embrace that
Mhm.
child like wonder, like the child magic, and especially with taking Watson and Weston, it'll be his first time, but like
Yeah.
seeing the kids live a different life that we did, like it just makes me feel like so good. And it makes
Yeah.
those hard memories in my childhood kind of like sit on the back burner for a second. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I am actually so blessed. Even though, you know, the way we got here was insane. Like, I'm so blessed. And it gives me just that sense of gratitude that I really need to heal. Like, it heals so many parts of me. And yeah, it might be extravagant to some, but sometimes you have to do extravagant things so you don't slip back into the darkness.
Mhm.
Like, sometimes you have to like live make believe. Like, why wait? We all saw how, you know, fast life can be taken from you with our own personal experiences. It's like, why am I going to wait until I pay off my house or until I can be rich enough to do it? What if
Yeah,
that never comes?
in reality, you're gonna be paying off on something your whole life.
My
Like,
whole
why are
life.
you gonna wait? Because once you get to where everything is paid off, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Take
I
it.
would rather pay for the experiences. And why judge someone for what experiences they choose to have? Like,
Right.
Disney's not the best thing in the world to us. We loved going to North Bend State Park where it's nothing. I mean, it's like $20 a night,
Mhm.
and we go on the lake and we don't have cell service. We don't do anything but eat, swim in the lake, and bond with the family.
That's the
That's
best
probably the
thing.
cheapest trip that we take, and we would have that over Disney World any day. It's
Mhm.
great. I love that. But I'm not going to say it's one or the other. I'm
Yeah,
here for all the experiences. Like, we are here for all the experiences.
our experiences bring healing. I know definitely for me. I mean, even it ain't even going on, like you said, it ain't even going to all the way to Disney World. It ain't even going on the camping trips. It's just getting out and living. Just even if it's going to get a coffee somewhere, just
Yeah,
doing
like that
something.
week,
Oh
that week
God.
I called you and I was like, I don't know how I'm paying bills. I don't know how I'm doing this week. This is due, this is due, this is due. But let's go to Barnes and Noble and get a coffee anyways.
I mean, seriously, it really do be like that sometimes. It really do be like that sometimes. I
It is
mean,
so funny. But seriously, like, we have been asked and blessed to be able to do things extravagant like that. That is extravagant to go to Disney World. When we went to New York City, that was
yeah,
spare the moment. We really weren't planning to do that. We had a friend ask, and they were like, "Will you go to New York City for my birthday with us?" But when they asked, we were like, YOLO, because why? If we're able, we have the access to the funds, we have the ability to work, we will figure it out. So we did take the risk and go, because
why not?
why not? I mean, we would have sat home in regrets and had the same bills next
On the
week. Same, I mean,
Snapchat stories and
but
yeah,
we would have still had the same bills. And okay, we raised the bills a little higher,
mm,
but we still were able to work it off. That only pushed us to work harder later on. We're never comfortable. So that's okay. Like, you always hear like step out your comfort zone. Okay, well, we step out of our comfort zone and say, you know, if we do this, we will have to work XYZ to pay it off. That's fine. And what you don't see, so we shared those trips, but what you don't see is the extra work that we put in. So us
mhm,
staying up till 2 a.m. doing work, my husband working 2 extra days a week to help pay it off. That's what you don't see, because we're not going to bore you on the social media with that, because that will be compared and taken into judgment as well. Like we're complaining or something. So we're not going to do that. But like we worked harder. We paid it off. I mean, we did. So we lived our life, and that is something that I will never regret.
Yeah.
I do not sit around and say like, how did they do this? Or, oh, they went to the beach this weekend, but they wanted to come ask for money for me last week. Like, okay. Like they had asked me for money last week, and they went to the beach to probably cry it out.
Yeah. Because truly these adventures, most of the time, people that, and we know this from personal experiences, but most of the time when people take these adventures, or I mean big or small, it's because they're coping with hard things. There's darkness in here and they're trying to escape from it. And that's the moral of it. So don't sit there and judge, because going back, you don't know what somebody's going through, and it's not your part to know. It's not your part to know.
Yeah. You just praise them for it. So if I saw that, I would be like, enjoy that sunset. You know,
exactly.
Like, I hope that you see the dolphins jump in today. Like, I hope that the sun shines on you today. Like,
right. Positively judge. If you're going to do any type of judging, make it positive.
Yes. Yes. And seriously, we have actually done that before where and I said that like somebody did it to me. Honey, it was me. It was me. I asked for money for my husband to pay something, and then the next weekend I went to the beach. But you know what? I calculated it up. I had $10 for gas, $10 for lunch, and I just set my tail on the beach and cried. That's all, $20. And it may have looked extravagant to you on the social media because highlight reel, duh. Like I took the pictures that made it look good, but it was
we're not going to be fully negative Nancy's online. We ain't going to be all the way negative Nancy. We got to have
I wanted the fancy drink. I wanted the dessert. I wanted all of that. But what did I get? I got the cheapest thing on the menu, and it was delicious. And I had the best beach trip for $20.
There you go.
But someone else probably would have been like, look at her living large. Like, she just got it like that. Honey, I was pinching pennies. We packed our own water. We packed our water from home. We were getting it out the trunk. We weren't stopping and getting extra drinks from the gas station.
We were mighty close to like running out of gas on the road.
So when I had it like that, I used to keep my tank filled all the time. Okay, well, when you living in struggle, I just let that thing go all the way down until I can't go no more. And we almost got messed up.
But no judgment. I sat there in the passenger seat with my maps. It's like, okay, Exxon. That's the closest we're gonna get. There's a little Exxon coming up. I mean, whew.
But seriously, so that had happened though because I had so much on my mind that day because I was stressing out about money the whole time. I was budgeting so hard and I was stressing out so hard that I missed the gas station twice. And so Mallory did not get mad at me. She didn't get upset. She was finding solutions. Okay, like we're going to have a solution. Like we were both one person in the car with the kids and the other one truck it down to the gas station. Ask for help. Like we weren't going to get mad. We were going to figure it out. But seriously, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone in that day saw us living large on the internet.
Yeah.
But seriously, we were so emotional that day. We shared some really deep things. Like we were literally going to the beach that day to sit our butts on the sand to ground ourselves in better energy because we were both on the verge of crashing the frick out because of our realities that week. Like we were like, we have got to go do something. And water brings me peace. Like open bodies of water brings me peace.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to run
Mm.
away. And sometimes that's okay. Like it's a runaway sometimes to us. And on social media, it'll look like we're living large, but you never freaking know. So that's why you always have to say, like, just be freaking happy for people. Like, be
Yeah.
freaking happy for people.
And if you can't, like, don't be mad. Okay, yeah, don't be mad at the people that can. If you can't take that trip, there is a way that you can. You got to take the first step. You've got to figure out, what do I need to do to make it to where I can do stuff like that. Because I mean, like you said, it's hard for us to. It's hard for
Yeah.
us to do stuff like that. You can. You
Yeah.
can. And
There has been times where we wanted to go to the beach and we didn't have that extra $20. So what did we do?
Yeah.
We set up the same daggone lunch style outside in the backyard and we made that work. It just matters of finding what you can do and just doing it with your whole heart and not worrying about everyone else and what they're going to think, and
yeah.
do whatever finds you joy. I mean, it doesn't matter what other people think, but when those people say stuff, like, it does hurt. Like, we came back, I've had people say it, like, oh, why are you Saturday? You went to the beach Saturday. Like, yeah. And I cried 3 times and
Yeah.
had to work 2 extra days to do that daggone trip. Like,
Yeah. It's
I had to
real.
do all this crazy stuff for it. So how about say, like, I seen you went to the beach. Like, did you have fun? That's easy. Easy.
Yeah. Why are you going to make it harder on them? Because, like we said, what are you getting out of that? What are you getting out of making it harder on them when it already is? Like, you're getting nothing. You're getting nothing out of being mean. I feel like, and I've always said this, and my mother has always said this, I'm quoting her too. It is so much easier to be nice than it is to be mean. When it comes to being mean, you got to think of what to say. You got to think of something good to say. When you're being nice, you're spitting out, you don't have to think.
Effortless.
You don't have to think hard. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why are you making it harder on yourself too?
Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. But I seriously, and I feel like we right now, like, probably seem spoiled. Like, yes, y'all still do all this stuff, even though, and I could tell you right now, I could sit down and tell you my whole childhood and make you feel sorry for me and make you feel like, oh, and if I did that, think about it. If I sat here right now and told you all the poverty stories that I had, would you have those same feelings like, oh, they're spoiled? Or would you say, look at the glow up? Look at her. Look at her doing those things now when she came from XYZ.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know. You don't know. But you could just be happy for what we're doing or don't say anything at all. What did they say? You ain't got nothing nice to say. Don't say it at all. That's, yes, preach it. Like, don't freaking say it at all. Like, because you don't know how that's going to affect somebody. Like I said, you don't know why we took that beach trip. Like, we were literally grieving. We were literally crying about it the day before. Like, we had to go ground ourselves. And if you don't know what grounding is, go look up grounding. Like, you have to be grounded to move forward. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's saved our life 1,000 times. So look up grounding. But it should inspire you. Like, okay, she went from, crashing out one week to being thankful for the seashells the next. Like, it's possible.
Right. Let it be an inspiration, if anything. We do not need to be negative Nancy's.
No. There's always someone out there that's going to have it worse than you. So even in our struggles, we know, like, we are very blessed to be able to do these trips. We are
for sure
very spoiled. Like, I was very spoiled that day. Very spoiled with my $20 and a car with 4 tires getting me there. Like, I was very spoiled. But it's still, no matter the circumstances, like, it's still my experience, my life. Like,
yeah,
it was the way I chose to live that day. It's not yours. So, like, I don't know, just, you don't have to have like input on everybody else's life unless it's like you being inspired or happy or joyful for them. Like, it's just so crazy. I don't know. But everyone's going to have it worse than you. Like, I share these stories now, but like, I remember like going to one of our family events and seeing people around me, and I'm just like taking it in. Like, we are all so blessed to be here. Like, we're all struggling. We all have things going on in our lives. Like, but we all are surrounding each other right now and just being happy for one another. And those are the days that you really have to take in and not worry about everything falling apart. But we have really seen people go through it. Like, I don't know, but I've seen people go through it and still bring light and joy and positivity out of horrible circumstances. And that's why I keep going. Like, so I'm choosing to see things like, you know, I can make it through this because home dude over here is dancing with no legs. Like, I've seen family members literally have their legs amputated.
Yeah.
And roll out on the dance floor and dance. Like,
doesn't let that hold him back.
And I'm sitting here so happy for him. Like, I'm like, you go. Like, that is incredible. That is amazing. And although he's smiling and joyful, like, I know that had to be hard. You know, like, it has to be hard living in that reality. And that's why you're happy for people. Like, you have to be happy for people all the time, because it is real how life can play out a little dirty. Like, it can play out rough around the edges, but it is to show you those hard times that you have the power to overcome it with love and light. Like, you have the power to say, you know, this is not going to be my story. Like, I'm going to change the script. Like, we are going to overcome this, and we are going to choose joy regardless of the circumstances.
Amen.
That is what we're doing with these trips. Like, it may be like extravagant to some, but we are literally saying, devil, not today. Like, devil,
not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan. We are choosing joy, and where we find joy is near open body of water, or when Mickey and Minnie come out and say, what's that thing that always gets in my head at Disney World?
Oh, guys.
What's that?
Hold on. It's there. Nothing can stop us now.
Yes, nothing can stop us now. That's how we feel when we walk across the freaking park. We're like, nothing can stop us now.
Because nothing can stop us.
Yep. We shall continue on. We shall continue on. And like I said, we share when we can. Like, there are things that me and Mallory talked about this day personally that we are not ready to share online. So that's why we're just sharing these little things here and there, because it's like, we are not fully healed, or we are not ready to open up about certain things because we're afraid of what it will open up, and we're not strong enough to handle that yet. So, like, everything has a season and everything has a time. But, like, we know just literally taking a second and loving through all of this is where the finish, it's where we will be, like, most fulfilled at the finish line. Like, we would not think about dying tomorrow and like the last thing you did was gossip and talk crap.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Think about me sitting there gossiping and being ugly, and then going outside and like, done. Like, you're done. That was it.
Yeah, and think about it in the opposite way. Like, you doing that to somebody, and then tomorrow they pass.
Yes.
Like,
Oh my
the
gosh.
that's the big picture right there.
Yes.
Is you don't know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. I mean, in the next hour.
Yeah, nothing's
No.
guaranteed.
And that's why I'm so heavy on, like, you know, arguments happen.
Yeah.
Things are going to happen, but do not, in that day, you nip it in the bud, get rid of it before you go to bed that night, because truly, even throughout the night, you don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah. Me and Zach are so big on that. Like, it don't matter what disagreement we're in. We're like not going to go to bed angry because you just never freaking know.
Right.
Like, and that's with anybody. There has been times where I'm like you said, like we have to stop and walk away for a minute, but like we're going to walk away in a way that I'm not going to have regrets. Like,
Yeah.
we're good, but let's take a minute. But like, we're not going to sit here and leave on ugly terms. Like, that's it's not okay.
Not cool.
It'll be a regret for you in the future. And it's like, don't do it. Like, just be kind. Like, you can literally overcome a lot of things being freaking kind.
Yeah.
And if you can't be kind, take a second, call your friend, and vent about it. And then get back. You know, like, how many times do we release it to one another so we don't release it on somebody else?
Oh my God. More times than I can count.
Release it to a safe space. That's when people talk about therapy. Release it to somebody that won't burn you up. And then come back. Because you come back a better person when you release it. I'm not saying bottle it up and just, you know, hold it all in. Just know the time and the place. And know when it truly matters. Like, some things that I have gotten worked up in my life, I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
You projected that. Like, you felt that way because, and then I'm like, that shouldn't even have been an argument. Like, I should have just gotten over myself. A lot of the times you need to just get over yourself.
That's true. That's very true.
Humans are full of emotions. That is just it. It's like, don't get mad about feeling. I mean, don't feel bad about feeling, but
yeah, your feelings are always going to be valid. It's just in how you
react.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of jumbled here, but like that's our you know, brain.
Exactly.
You know the episode of SpongeBob where he's like pulling out filing cabinets and he's like, what's my name? What's my name?
That is
we even have notes here, and I feel like if we went back and read these notes, we would have not said everything we were gonna say. Like, we spin off, but
the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Okay.
Yes, the whole point here though is show a little bit more compassion and a little less judgment on others, because who are we to judge? I think that's a quote on its own.
The only person to judge is the Lord himself. That's it. And I mean,
even then, he don't even judge. Do you think
positively judging?
Seriously, take a second and think about it. When you're in those hateful moments like that, religious or not religious, like, if you even just thought for a second, okay, like, would a good Lord say, like, oh, that girl ain't coming up here because she wanted to raise her voice, that homegirl? Like, no, he's going to understand. He's going to think about, you know, you did this because, and, you know, ask for forgiveness. And that's where we fall short here on earth too, is like, we are so easy to like cut ties and wash away, rather than thinking like, if we're in the wrong, like, ask for forgiveness. Like, why are you going to sit here and judge somebody or get ugly with someone if you just need to say, I'm sorry, like, I reacted this way because, or, you know, it's a big ego thing. And ego kills all the time. Like, literally, don't go on an ego trip. Go on the Disney trip. Not the ego trip, okay?
That's a good one. Clock it.
Me and Zach have learned about ego the past 14 years together for sure. Like, if you gonna hurt anything, hurt that ego, because don't go around hurting other people because your ego won't allow freaking joy. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, that's crazy. What was your closing notes?
You don't know everyone's story. Because like I've said many times, you do not know everyone's story and you're not meant to. If you don't, I mean, how do I put it? If you don't know and you need time to reflect not on what it is, but how to react and step away, you're not meant to know what they're truly going through deep inside. And instead, lead with kindness. Instead
And
of,
100%, if you're meant to know, you will know. And
yeah,
only if you choose to lead with kindness and choose compassion is when you will know.
yeah,
So if there's something that you really, really want to know, you have to show kindness and compassion to get to know it. Like, no one's going to come to you and share and tell anything if they think they're going to be judged and ridiculed for something.
yeah,
That's crazy. So, I mean, if you just want to be this like little hateful hermit, then go be it. I'm not going to judge you for it.
yeah,
But if you want to live life and think like, I want to live a life full of love, then you have to sit back and think we all fall short. We all fall short. And that is something that we live with every day. We lived with this month. Me and Mallory fell short this month. And we had to think back and say, well, we wouldn't have liked, or, think back and take a step back and really feel for the other person. And like I said, there's some people that might be a hateful hermit and you need to put in a corner somewhere. But just say hateful hermit when you're ready. You can come out and we will welcome you with light. But until you're ready, you stay here. I'll put little water on your sponge so you'll survive. I can picture like a little hermit crab right now.
little hammy hermit. I'm done. I mean, seriously though, that's a good way to put it. It's a good visual way to put it.
I'm not gonna hate that hermit just because the hermit's being a hateful hermit. I'm not gonna hate that hermit. That hermit still deserves water. But it don't deserve my little back rub, my little new shell, my little painted, bedazzled shell.
Okay.
It's going to be the bare minimum from me until it's ready. Come out and say,
bring some light.
I'm sorry, or, express feelings in a positive way or in a learning way. And this is getting crazy because it's 11 o'clock at night, but anyhow, we hope that this podcast really just reflects and you can relate, because we just feel like there is always so much chaos in our day-to-days and our world that we live in, and what we see in other people's world, even on the news. Good gracious, the news, we're like, good gracious, if people would just freaking be more understanding and full of love and light, this world wouldn't be where it is right now. So just choose, when you see situations come about, choose to see it in the love and light way rather than the hateful hermit way, because the more you hate and the more you feed that negative energy, the more negative energy is going to come about.
Yeah.
But the more you feed it positivity, love, and light, the more light you're going to see. We fed our gloomy, sad days with joyful, light things, and we felt better at the end of the day. It doesn't mean to say we're going to be living this beautiful life tomorrow. We all are going to struggle every single day almost. I mean, it's almost impossible not to come about a struggle in a day. I mean, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
But what we choose to, or what we have power over, is how we choose to react. We can come and say, that hurt, but we will try to find an understanding, or we will move forward this way. We never want to just circle circle.
Yeah. Exactly. Just
And
bring light. Bring
Yeah.
light.
And
Sure.
everything will come full circle. If somebody needs to learn a hard lesson, the universe is going to make sure they learn that lesson. You don't have to make sure they learn that lesson. Promise you that. That's what I've had to understand, is I don't have to teach everybody. I don't have to make everyone understand my life and my point all the time. The universe is going to do that for me and for everyone. Like, everything comes around, everything comes full circle. So
Yeah.
just freaking do good and be good and let the good come to you. Like,
Exactly.
that's all. That's all we wanted to express here. So hopefully y'all walk away with just feeling a little bit stronger in perspective shifts, like shifting perspective when shitty things happen.
Yeah. Being real, for real.
It's bound to happen. We all going to have to go through it. We're all going to have to go through grief, hardship. A lot of us go through poverty. You're not the only one. Like, and everyone, and I hate it. My mama says it all the time, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But now that I have seen it, I totally understand it more. And now that I've had to use it myself because of other people's situations, and I've used it myself, someone is always going to have it worse than you. Always.
Yes. Yeah.
So, like, why try to be hard for other people? Like, why make someone else's life harder?
Yeah.
See people going through things that you will never go through. So,
and yeah, why make it harder on them when not only is it going to make their storyline way worse, it's going to make yours worse as well. I mean,
yeah.
Just, I don't know.
I don't know energy terms, and Zach would, but like two positives make a negative. Like, what is it? Two negatives don't make a positive.
All right, it's 11 o'clock at night. Don't be asking me questions. The thing is, two negatives.
Let's ask Google. Does two negatives make a positive?
When you multiply or divide two negative numbers, the result is always positive.
Okay, so in those terms, you can find a positive in every negative situation.
There you go. There you go.
Back around.
Look at that math. Like, yeah, I knew that. You didn't have to look that up. I'm a teacher over here. You know.
But seriously, in real life, me and Mallory that day, we both had something negative, but we chose to make a positive. And whether y'all thought this episode was a positive, that is y'all. We feel more positive about us choosing to do this rather than crashing out on the two situations that we were going through that day.
Yeah. For real. Therapy.
So thanks for joining our TED Talk / therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you learned something.
The TED Talk is so real. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is so funny. We are excited that we got to do our podcast today, though, whether it made sense to you guys or not. We showed up, and that counts.
We're here. We are here.
We are here.
Even though
yes,
separated, but it's okay.
We are hoping to get our day trip in for Sunny Days soon. We have been doing things. We just haven't been documenting. We have been living more in the moment. So we are sorry we have not shared up here. And we hope you guys follow along and stay with us for more positive Polliness.
Positive.
Or Sassy Sally's, whichever mood we're in. But you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to be negative Nancy.
No.
Me?
She is not our friend. Not our friend.
Right.
We love her, but we're not her friend right now.
Yeah.
Not no
we
negative.
put Nancy in the corner.
Yeah. When she's ready, like Hermie, the hermit crab, when she's ready to come out and bring some light, she stays right there in her corner until then.
What's a good Nancy name when she's not negative? I'll have to think on it.
I don't know.
It's late.
It is late, but
not Nasty Nancy. No.
all right. All right.
She's trying to be Nasty Nancy.
Go to bed.
We're logging off. Yeah. See y'all next time. Cheers.
Cheers. Peace out.
Girl Scouts.